I just want to present what has happened until now and what we have been working on. So this is a chart of the IES committee. We have divided this committee into theme groups. Probably you all have already heard about the theme groups because you all should be in one of them. There are 5 theme groups. These include the offshore renewable energy and fluids, electrical, energy storage, policy and innovation, and carbon capture, storage and combustion is one theme group. And then we have also divided it into various working groups that are supposed to work on everything around research, but not specifically research. This includes the seminar team, for example. We have someone responsible for designing a web for the IES. There's a wiki already online. Is Catal here? No? Okay. So the wiki is actually already working. We are trying to fill it with content, and it's supposed to also contain, for example, forums for discussions in case people have trouble using software and so on. Then people can post their questions in the forum, and then people that are using the same software can reply. And like this, we can build a basis of knowledge to be shared within IES. And we also want to be more present in social media. So this person, we're planning also to have someone collecting everything that is happening in IES, such as if someone is had a publication or went to a conference or won some award. This all can go into social media. Yeah, then we have a professional development group led by Bill, and I will talk about this later. There is the buddy system. I guess you also have heard about this. This is the pairing of new PhD students with older or senior PhD students in the department to help them integrate into the department in the beginning. I will talk about this also later. And we are also thinking about having someone taking care of outreach, but we don't have anyone yet. Maybe Christopher wanted to do that, but I don't know if he's here. Then we have a team organizing social activities. The leader is Owen, and there's Encarni and Yvonne working with him as well. You might have attended the barbecue, or you might be attending the Christmas dinner in December. And Ben and the seminar team are also organizing the IES annual conference, which will be taking place on the 6th of December. And yeah, we also have plans to have to improve the links with University, but we still don't have anyone taking care of this. So this is a big overview of the committee and what it's doing and what it's working. The priorities for this year are to develop the professional development and science certification, which I will explain now in more detail. The buddy system to keep it going and get feedback, and the theme group meetings, which have already started, and to develop the webpage and wiki further. So the theme group meetings, the goal of these theme group meetings is to enhance the exchange and knowledge sharing within the department, and to have a point or a place where people can discuss any problems they have within their research topics or department. So the first theme group meetings have already taken place, and the next session should be taking place soon. Yeah, they had a good turnout. All new students are automatically assigned to a theme group when they arrive now, and we are still working on the format of these meetings because, yeah, we don't know if everyone should present in the meetings or how it's supposed to be, but this is being worked out within the groups to see what's best for everyone. Then the professional development team. So the goal of this working group is to enhance professional skill sets and opportunities for PGs and RAs in the department. The first step they are focusing on now is in the development of on non-academic pathways, because this is the set or the pathway that has less organization behind it, or where there are less things. So what they want to do is to increase the amount of chartered engineering applications in the department, so that it's clear that the members in the department have commercial and industrial abilities, and to see which experiences or courses or which knowledge is missing or lacking at the organizational level. Let's say if to get a chartership, you have to prove that you have led a team, that you know about health and safety in your environment. So if they are doing a working group that will be working on this starting from next month and throughout the year, and they are going to try to get the chartership for all the members of this group. And for example, if they see that the majority have difficulties proving that they know how to deal with health and safety in their environment, then they can form a group that specifically takes care of that and goes to the labs and see and looks at why is this an issue, what is the people don't know, what needs to be done. And the buddy system. So the goal of the buddy system is to improve and ease the integration in the department of the new PhD students. The status is that it has been implemented and is running, and there are 25 buddies that have gone through an induction. There are 40 new PhD students that already got buddies, and there is a buddies and supervisor checklist, which contain a lot of information of things that first year PhD students should know or do in their first weeks and months. And it's I think a good guide. There's also a lab tour taking place next week for all first year PhD students to get to know the department and what other people are working on. And there will be a feedback session around January to see how well this has worked and what the impact of the buddy system is, and yeah, if it's getting where we want it or not. Yeah.
Can I ask you, is the buddy system only for PhD students, or it includes also new arrays and visiting students, postgraduate students in general?
So for now, we started with PhD students to keep it simple. We have started including visiting students, and Robin and Daniele, yeah, they got the checklists, and we're gonna the buddy checklist, and we're gonna adapt those to be better for visiting students. So we would have the visiting students included in the system. For RAs, we don't have it yet, but I mean it's the long-term goal to have it for everyone, but it's not. Step by step. Are there other people you were thinking about? Okay. Yeah, so it's the long-term goal, but it's not. We're trying to do it step by step. And then we also have met with the graduate school, and maybe relative to what you were saying, there's work going on to better represent and support RAs across the school. So they are creating, or they are planning to create a body similar to the graduate school for PhDs, but for RAs. They are pleased with our work, and they are wanting to expand these committee activities, or at least the body system, to other institutes. And they are also planning to work with IID to introduce a year-by-year professional development course program. So they are themselves working on all of these issues that we are working on. And from their feedback, they offer support for non-IES issues. So, for example, issues raised in the film group meetings, such as missing software licenses that might be useful for everyone in the School of Engineering, we can address them, and then they can sort it for us, if possible. Our issues with buildings, let's say you contacted buildings to pick some furniture from your room, but they didn't, then we can talk about this with Kathy and Tim, and they will help us do this. And that's it. If you have questions or so from the, it's not related to the committee, but so all the first year students are encouraged to join any of these working groups, and there is also an open position which is not in the committee, but is the IES representative in the Engineering Graduate Society, and applications are running until next week. So I will stop being the IES representative for the Engineering Graduate Society in December. So we would be happy if there would be a representative for this department in the society. That's it. So if you have any questions, you can come talk to me. I can give you more information. Otherwise, thank you.
This production is brought to you by the University of Edinburgh.